What's up guys, I hope you're all doing well today, and welcome back to another Awaken video. Today we're going to be going over the big update that just dropped today and kind of going over what it means for you and what it's changed. So the first thing you'll notice is you come into your mailbox once you've updated the game, and you get this little drop for 200 gems, which is pretty good, and then you'll have the big long list of talking here. So we'll start from the top and break it down. So we've patched a few bugs based on your feedback. If you still encounter any issues, let us know. Appreciate your patience and all that other kind of fun stuff. So now to the main things. So the first thing is the Arcane Dominator, which is going to be your gear dungeons, have been adjusted as, it should be followed, not follows. Some fun grammar stuff here I'm noticing. Stats of all bosses under difficulty 9 have been turned down, so I imagine that just means that some of the base health, base attack, defenses, just the main stats of the bosses are going to be tuned back just a little bit. I did go and try and do stage, I want to say it was stage 7 of the water one, Witcher, whatever that one's called, and it didn't feel too much easier. I definitely saw that I was doing a little bit more damage than before because I was somewhat stuck on that stage. So it definitely helps a little bit. It's nothing crazy. It's not like all of them are going to be super easy now, but they're a little less difficult, which is good. And then part 2, which is the part I'm really excited about with the dungeons, is the guard health of difficulty between 7 and 11 has been turned down. So this one I did notice a big difference. Before, the little side minions that happen in the dungeons starting at stage 7, I found them really difficult. They had a ton of health. They really made the fight overall a lot more difficult, and they were such a big jump in difficulty between stage 6 and stage 7 on all of the areas. So I'm really glad to see that that's been changed a little bit, and from the one time I did try it, it does feel a little bit more fair. It's still challenging, but it's definitely a good change. And then moving to some of the changes I'm really excited about. So they've changed the economy for how energy works in some ways. So we'll go over that a little bit. So they say here, in order to improve your gaming experience, we have cut the price of diamond and made other adjustments. So, reduce the price of energy exchange by diamonds from 80 to 50. So that would be up here. When you just click on it, you get your one free 120 energy a day. These subsequent refills are now 50 instead of 80, which is a decent deal. I haven't had to use any of these yet, but if you're burning through a ton of energy, that makes it a little more valuable. Reduce the daily limited energy for purchases in the diamond shop from 50 to 30. So that is going to be in here with our barkeep. The diamond shop, that is going to be these here, buying 2 meal coupons. They are now, I believe it said 30 diamonds instead of 50. So that's an even better deal. Nice little refill for getting extra energy there. Let's see, and then this is the one I'm actually really excited about. Reduce the energy exchange from guild shop and arena to 20. So I'll go in here and I can show you that. So I think here they are. So these you can buy infinitely. 20 arena tokens for a meal coupon, which I want to say it was, I think it said it was 50 before, or whatever that was, 30, whatever it was. These are now cheaper. This means that you can more effectively do your daily arena runs, or even do all 10 arena runs, and you can get the tokens you need so that you can keep a good influx of meal coupons and kind of just always have extra energy to use, and farm arena to get energy to use elsewhere. So it kind of balances it out so that you have a way roughly to farm for energy, which I really appreciate. I like the way they changed that. So far this update has been all positive. And then let's see, reduce the energy consumption of Arcane Dominator. Cool. The dungeons don't take as much energy anymore. That's nice. Energy output of battle in arenas. This one I haven't tested yet, but supposedly the little energy drops you get while doing arena are going to be a little bit better. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm interested to see what it changes to, because I normally was getting like 1 to 3 energy. It really wasn't much at all, so I was kind of surprised it was there to begin with. But that's a good change. We'll see how much it goes up to. Remove the energy pack from the shop. This one I don't know anything about, being a free-to-play. I haven't really messed around in the paid shop before, so I could not tell you what this looked like or what it was and why it's gone. That one I don't know anything about. And then over here we've got difficulties and output of Arcane Dungeon has been adjusted as followed. So the stage difficulty of world challenges and friend challenges has been scaled back a little bit. Increase the number of stages and rewards of world challenge. reduce the energy consumption of World Challenge and Friend Challenges, which I believe is 0 now. I just got one, I want to say this morning, and I think it was 0, so I don't know if it'll be that way forever, but at least the one I did, it was the Power of 3 or whatever the 3-person tournament thingy is. You have to go beat up the guys and get gear or whatnot. I did it for free, so hopefully it stays that way. That'd be pretty neat. Increase the number of rewards and world challenges. Party of 3, that's what that's called. Remove the energy consumption of Party of 3, Floor 3. So I must have been doing Floor 3 or something, but either way, that's a change there. And then we've got some visual changes. Let's see. Optimize battle mechanics. Guaranteed mechanics, blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of interesting things here, but the one big thing I noticed when I read over this before that I really wanted to mention, I've been seeing a lot of people tell everyone, go farm Mythic campaign or adventure mode. You'll get the best gear there because you could get up to, I want to say it was 5-star, at least in the first 6 stages of the adventure mode. On Mythic, you could get epic rated gear up to 5-star, and it was very reliable. It was much faster than actually doing any of the dungeons, albeit the dungeons could get you higher star gear. It was just more reliable to go do a bunch of campaign and get gear. That is not the case anymore. They made a change to that. Let's see, where is it here? Remove the drop rate of epic gears in adventure myth mode. Reduce the difficulty of Arcane Dominator. Not quite sure why they keep restating that. We kind of got that in the first portion, but yeah, so that epic gear cannot drop in the adventure mode anymore, mythic or otherwise, which is unfortunate. It was really cool to be able to farm good gear in the campaign, but it did kind of make the dungeons pointless, and there was no real reason to keep trying really hard for them. So as much as it's unfortunate, I understand this change. So all those videos about farming in the campaign are now moot. There's no point to doing that anymore. So back to the dungeons we go. And then it looks like another change, something to do with the light dark heroes. Ascension time needed. I'm not quite sure what they're trying to say. I think maybe what they're saying is that you get the ascended trait at 2 copies instead of at 5 copies. Not 100% sure just because they word it kind of weird here, but I'm assuming that's what that is. And then added a star label for male, doesn't matter. Increase the number of names. Tried to fix some text descriptions. And then some other... Oh, that was the other thing. The ultimates. I don't know if you have to toggle it. I just noticed the difference happen for me. The ultimates move faster now. So when you're not in the auto battle and you have to watch all the character ults, they move a lot quicker now. So you don't have to wait nearly as long to see them happen. So it's not as good as turning them on and off, but at least it's faster now, so it makes your runs a lot quicker, and you don't have to see the same ult forever hundreds of times when you're using the same characters. So I like that change, but overall, it's pretty good changes. The gear one's a little unfortunate, but as I said, it makes perfect sense. I can't blame them for making that change. I'm surprised you could get that good of gear in the campaign to begin with, so if you got in on that and got gear, awesome. If not, oh well. You can still get blue gear, so which is not to say that you shouldn't farm campaign for gear and XP at the same time. Blue gear, or the elite gear, is still decent. It only has 2 substats instead of 3, so overall it's not as powerful as getting epic or legendary gear, but it's still decent, and if you're already farming for XP anyways, it couldn't hurt to pick up some 5-star blue gear, but dungeons it is for the best stuff again. And that wraps it up for the update. I thought there was some pretty good changes, some pretty big changes, and some nice quality of life stuff. And they don't say anything about it that I really noticed in there, but I'm curious what you guys think, because I have been having less and less crashes and issues. I am playing in BlueStacks, and I did get a lot of freezes, lag, slowdown, and a lot of issues like that. And it was mostly annoying. It never ruined the game for me, but I've been noticing that it's less and less. It really hasn't been bothering me as much or happening as often, so I'm curious if it's been the same way for you guys or if you're still dealing with a lot of crashes and slowdown. So let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious if it's just me that's having better luck with it or if it's just being better overall, even though they haven't said anything about it. And one last little thing I wanted to mention, it may not be an update or anything like that, but we are in the last couple days of the hero promotion, which is the only event going on right now besides the login, and I do really recommend you guys try and get some tiers in this if you haven't already completed it, because these are some really good rewards. You get an Awakening Soul for Epic Champions, which is basically like having a free copy of a champion for Ascending. Yeah, multiple shard pulls, gear enhancement, some extra shards of specific colors, a double XP. There's so much good stuff in these. I really recommend you try and make sure you max this out. As you can see, I'm getting really close here to beating it, and I should have it by the end of the day, even though I still do have 2 days. But make sure you get on that. There's some really good rewards in these events. I really like the way they're handling that. But that pretty much wraps it up for today. I just wanted to get this out really quick because I noticed all these changes when I logged into the game today, and I wanted to make sure that everyone knew about these as soon as possible in case you're jumping into the campaign trying to farm gear and suddenly not getting what you're expecting and noticing all the changes for energy. So I just wanted to go over it with you guys and give you the chance to hear about it without having to read their paragraphs with poor grammar. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.